with my sister Pen. I don't know if you remember, but 14 months ago we found something rather special, and I'm at the British Museum today with my sister Pen. She's up there somewhere, and we're going to meet the conservator in the laboratory. So the block was taken away. I don't know what's inside it, in March or April of last year, and hopefully today we'll get a better handle on what's inside. The only coin that I identified was Salanina, and that's about 1770 years old. So it'd be very interesting to see what else they found subsequently. We're going to hopefully meet the conservator at the door of the British Museum. So we're at the British Museum now. We're in the lab at the BM. They're going to show us hopefully a little bit more of what we found. Oh gosh, yeah. Wow. Oh. That's incredible.
Oh. Well, it was full, wasn't it?
Pen, that's what she's come out. That's what's come out of the pot so far. All those coins, yeah.
That's how I received it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it came out of the ground.
That's the best we could do.
And then this was after the first level of micro excavation. I have a few more. I think I've sent some of the progress photos, but I have a few more kind of detailed photos of like the whole micro excavation process. And then this was when I isolated all of the coins.
So how many coins have you actually found on this?
I have a nude pot hoard. Yes.
About 500 I estimated. Are we?
500?
Am I more than that?
I don't know, because a lot of them, because they're so corroded, this is why we could isolate it like this.
Yeah, they've got stones.
Get them out of the plastic bags.
Yeah, I can get them out. Okay.
So Lily's just showing us the two rather different finds in the pot, which are two. Is it 2 rings or 3?
These are 2 rings. There's also a kind of unclear.
Oh wow.
What this is? This one's a bit more fragile, so I won't
Is it
take
something
it out.
rude? Is it a nose ring?
I don't really know what this is. It kind of looks like a mini toy.
I know the Romans weren't exactly like the Victorians, were they? Yeah. A bit more.
I will just.
I've seen things like that around people's noses recently.
Okay, right.
Now I know where they got the idea from.
It kind of just looks like a torque to me, but very small.
For a child, or
I don't know.
can I just get the? Oh, that's is that gold or is it gold leaf?
I think it's gilded.
It's gilded.
Yeah.
And it's got an onyx, hasn't it?
It seems to have a figure of a man on it.
Oh yes, that would be one of the gods. That's probably one of the most beautiful finds. Is that alright to just?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just.
You've got a proper camera, yes.
But you think that's gilded? Yeah, it's got a precious stone of some description, hasn't it?
Yeah.
They were used, I believe, as what do you call it, for stamping wax?
Like a seal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you said originally, Lily. You said you'd found a seal.
Yeah, the seal. So that's how I saw that they were rings.
Oh, these are the coins all bagged up. That's the remains of the pot. Oh, there's the other ring.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, look at that. Wow. Look at this ring.
Oh.
Have a look, Pen.
Oh wow, that's got what is that some sort of stone?
Precious stone, a gem of some description.
Carnelian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get it under the microscope if you'd like.
Is that a red stone there?
Yeah, carnelian maybe.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So these are some that I've started to do some cleaning on, just to see.
Those and not those.
Yeah, so this is after the first stage of cleaning, second, and then these are ones that
They've been fully cleaned.
I've fully cleaned these ones.
Do you think these coins won't end up like that, will they?
We might not be able to do this full level of cleaning. We'll probably get it to this sort of stage, but we just need to clean them for identification. So
they're far more silver than they look when they come out of the hole, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's the debasement of the coins. Is they originally they were solid silver, and then with this great inflation in the middle of the 3rd century, they started finding techniques to make them look silver, which is what my father was saying Henry VIII did in the 16th century. He invented a method for that.
First of all, were washed, and we prepared some earlier this morning. And our method was literally put them in some water and clean them with a toothbrush to remove the dirt. So Lily and others, not me, had already assessed your coins just to kind of look at them for condition and any particular evidence that we shouldn't be removing. So if there were any mineral preserved organic remains on them, like textiles and skin products, leather,
that would be fascinating.
Kind of
I was
so
really
we
hoping they might spend the
look
time to
for
do
them
that.
before we do anything to them. So these have been assessed as we can chuck them in some cold water and we're not going to do anything untoward to them.
Yep.
So, and they're pretty robust. So they went into some cold water and we removed.
Will they turn that
surface
silver
dirt.
colour ultimately, like the ones a few that we've seen out there? A few of them will, I
We
suppose.
shall show you.
Right, fantastic. Yeah.
But first step was to remove the
As much of the gunk as
dirt
possible.
as possible. Doesn't take any of the green, which is the copper carbonate corrosion product,
Yep.
over a silver surface. And obviously
Is
the
it copper sulfate or
That's
something of that
copper
order?
carbonate.
Carbonate, right.
Copper sulfate is black, but this is
Right.
green. This is a carbonate corrosion product. And on the reactivity table, copper is above silver, so that will corrode preferentially, which is why you get the green on top of the silver, which is more stable and doesn't corrode.
Okay,
So
yeah.
even though they look like copper coins, they
Yeah.
are fooling us.
They would have been sparkling when they were interred
Not.
in the ground.
Some of them go back to spark. We're going to do some chemical cleaning that takes off all the green corrosion that you can see, but usually just sort of the thinner
the
thinner
silver
layers. We could leave it in for hours, and eventually that big lump would go down, but probably at the cost of the silver. So there has to be that balance
Yeah.
between preserving the silver and the rest of the coin.
Is it solid silver?
Can I
sorry,
take
did
a
you
look at
say?
No, Pen, this is silver.
sorry,
These are
covered.
debased silver coins, so
Right.
they're mixtures, basically.
they
They're
are.
bringing out the silver, though, that's within them.
Yeah. I mean, we might say that one's done, so we'll just chuck it in some water.
We need to stop the reaction and then we flush
It's like being
it
a
out.
chef.
Yeah, and that's like, it's nearly cooked, probably is enough. When it starts to go a little bit pinky, you don't want to go too far, so it's probably time to stop it.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to show you some coins that are the way they are now.
Are those someone
Before we-
else's coins? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
These aren't my hoard, are they? These are someone else's.
These are different hoards.
They're smaller than the ones
This
in
hoard
mine.
range,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
These
look
are
like
different these are really
lower
nice coins.
denominations
Okay.
than mine.
If you, I won't be able to tell you much about this hoard because I haven't. So if you need more information about this hoard, we have to ask Peppa probably, right?
Yeah, I think people will know about this.
Yeah.
But it's been
A very successful trip. Much more work has been done by the museum in 14 months than I'd anticipated, bearing in mind the hoard was only brought up here in September last year. And thanks to these guys' hard work, we've learnt a lot today, haven't we?
Very nice to meet you.
Don't think we'll be coming back, but you never know, might find another hoard.
Next
so
hoard.
yeah. So yeah,
Keep you updated.
well, they'll keep us updated. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you very much. Lily and Pippa, that's right, yeah. Raining again, but we do need it. The fields need it. Farmers have struggled this year. Heading to the station now.